that we need to continue to stand strong to defend everybody's rights and freedoms.
Hey guys, how you doing today? Yeah. So, I got to thinking about Poilievre's win and what it means for Canadians that are disenfranchised from the government and everything. I also got to thinking about last year, Trudeau calling an election during the pandemic. And it's when nobody wanted an election, but he did it because he got advised by his strategic advisors. Whew, that's a loud truck. He got advised by his strategic advisors that it'd be a good idea to hold an election because he'd win a majority. Turned out to be wrong, but it doesn't matter. He still imposed his will upon Canadians when they didn't want an election because he had a mandate and he wasn't fulfilling it. But yet he still did it. So it got me to thinking. In Canada, there is no mechanism in which the Canadian people can withdraw the politician back to an election. There's nothing. So what I would like to see, and this is something I don't care what party brings it out, but I want to see, and I'm very adamant about this, I want to see a mechanism employed where Canadians can withdraw their vote and demand an election. Now, I've been thinking about this and how to implement this. Okay, because it's a little much to be, going into election just because somebody disagrees with you or whatever. So it can't be so simple as just, oh, I don't like Trudeau, so let's go to an election. No. But it can't be so onerous that it's impossible to do. So this is my suggestion. If set up a mechanism, the Government of Canada website or whatever, where people can register and they can cast their displeasure, and when 1/3 of all Canadians decide they've had enough, we should go to an election. Now you could say to yourself, oh, but 2/3 do agree. Well, no, that's not entirely accurate. There's always a proportion of Canadians that just don't bother. They're not involved. They don't even worry about it. Pardon me. And then there's the reason I say 1/3 is because it's not easy to corral 100 people to do something. It's very difficult to get 1,000 people to do the same thing. It's near impossible to get 10,000. And yeah, you're talking astronomically impossible to get 100,000. But 1/3 of Canadians is 12.66666666666 whatever million people. And this is why the mechanism needs to be set on a website where the Canadian citizens can demand that their rights and their opinions work for Canadians. You see, our government seems to forget they work for us, not the other way around. Yet our government can demand us go to an election when we don't want it, but we can't demand they go to an election when they don't want it. So let's set up that mechanism, because after all, you work for me. Welcome to the Fringe.